Hi everyone, Flossy here, looking at 3 more Eurovision songs. My favourite song is going to get 3 points, my least favourite song is going to get 1 point. So far I've looked at 24 songs, so I'm over halfway through initially looking at the songs, so it'll be interesting to see how these ones compare. The first song I'm looking at today is Armenia's song. It's by, I'm going to pronounce this so wrong, sorry again, Sevuk Karnagian, I don't know, the song's called Kami, and I watched a live performance of this. I think it's from a national final, I'm not quite sure, and the song is in Armenian. In regards to the actual song, it's got a nice slow opening. I'm noticing there's a trend this year, a lot of songs are tending to open quite slowly and then building up later. I think this song progresses really nicely. After the first chorus it really starts to build, and towards the end he just starts full on belting. And that was absolutely fantastic. I was kind of taken aback when I heard it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Vocally, he's got very good vocals. He's a strong vocalist. And like I said, when he started to proper belt, I was there going, this is awesome. Staging-wise, it's very simplistic. For the majority of the song, aside from a few little lighting parts, he kind of lets his voice do the talking in the song itself. But then towards the end, when he goes into the belts, that's when the stage kind of kicks off and the lighting goes mad and the camera work gets a bit better as well. Overall for this song, I think it has a brilliant natural build-up. I really like that about the song, and when I was watching it, it seemed to be over quite quickly, so I was really into it and I was like, oh no, it's not over already, so that's definitely a good thing. My second song today is Australia's song. It's by Jessica Murboy, don't know how to pronounce that, and the song's called We Got Love. It's in English. At the moment, as far as I could find, there's only a music video for now. I might be wrong and there is a live performance, but all I could find was a music video. For the actual song, like before, it's got a slow opening that builds up into a more up-tempo song. I do like the upbeat melody, and there's parts where it goes into quite cool drum beats, which I think that's another trend this year. A lot of songs kind of do this drum build up, which is always good. My only flaw with the actual song is it gets a bit repetitive. It just goes on. The same kind of chorus has not too much to it. I don't know how to. It's good, but it's just repetitive to me. The issue with only being finding a music video is that I can't really judge on the vocals. The vocals sound good, but there's no live elements to it, so I don't know what she's going to sound like live, and I don't know what the staging or performance is. Overall for this, I don't know how it's going to be staged. I tend to do this with a lot of songs though. I'm just there going, how are they going to stage this? And then they do something brilliant. One song this year I thought that for was the Czech Republic song. The first time I heard it, they hadn't done a live performance, and I was just like, it's a good song, but how are they going to stage it? And then he performed, and it was his charisma that did it all. So it'll be interesting to see what they do for this. I can't make a full opinion on it until I have a live performance. I just think of last year where, of course, they released just a music video first, and then aside from the kind of the Eurovision parties throughout, we didn't really see any live performances from Isaiah, I think it was. And then when he got to actual Eurovision, he tried to hit some high notes that he just wasn't able to hit at that time. So, never quite sure. I do like the return to kind of an upbeat tune for Australia. I love a bit of cheesiness. The past couple of years, they've been very slow ballads. They might have seen the success of Sound of Silence last year, 2 years ago, and then last year being okay, we've got to replicate that. But they're going for something different this year, which is good. And I think Australia is very popular with the juries as well. I don't know, maybe it's because they're a new country in it, but I do expect this to do well because of that. The final song I'm looking at today is Austria's song. It's by Caesar Sampson, and the song's called Nobody But You. It's in English, and I watched a live performance of it. I'm not sure that the video quality was too good, so it was a bit... it'll be an improvement at actual Eurovision, I know that. For the actual song, once again, there's a slow opening. I think the chorus is quite cool. I really enjoyed the choir elements of the whole thing. It's got kind of a hint of gospel in it, I think. And I like the build into the final chorus. So the vocally as well, he had good vocals, he hit some very good high notes, and staging wise it was very simple. It was just him singing kind of, he did a bit of dancing at one point, but it was just like him going with it. There was nothing choreographed about it. Overall, it's a good song. I did prefer Austria's song last year. I thought Nathan Trent, like, I think maybe it's the type of song it was, but to me last year he had a bit more charisma to him. And I really loved Austria's song last year. I did vote for it. But I do think this is a solid song, and I do like the sort of gospel choir elements to it. I think overall today I've noticed this trend. All three of these songs have it, and I've picked up on it in the past where lots of these songs have this very slow opening and then they build up. I don't think this was as strong as around as I like. Nothing stands out as a massive front runner to win it. Some songs kind of took me by surprise and some songs were a bit of a letdown, but none of these make me think, oh, that's going to be like one of the in the top 5 or something. For my rankings, I'm only going to give Austria 1 point, unfortunately. It might be because I love last year's so much and this doesn't quite live up to it to me. The chorus I think could have gone so much better, but I do think it has potential, and it'll be interesting to see what they do in regards to how they actually stage it in actual Eurovision. My 2 points are going to Australia. I love the cheesy elements of it. It does get a bit too repetitive, but I did enjoy it. I just need to see what she's going to be like live and how they're going to stage it, so it'll be interesting. And that means my 3 points are going to Armenia. I didn't expect to like it so much. I had heard like a tiny bit of the chorus initially, and I wasn't too keen on what I heard, but then I heard the actual thing, and like it molds into each other really well, and the song just fits together really well. I think it had a great build up, the vocals were fab, it was a good song, and I think you can feel what he's singing. You can tell he's singing about something important. So that means the leaderboard currently stands with Armenia joining Switzerland, Spain, Romania, the Netherlands, Moldova, Italy, Denmark and the Czech Republic with 3 points, and Austria is joining Ukraine, Slovenia, San Marino, Montenegro, Malta, Hungary, Germany and Albania with only 1 point. Unfortunately, this isn't as strong around as I would like, but I have had times where all 3 songs I wasn't that keen on, so it could have been worse. So I am Flossy, ta-ta!